All right, Steve, welcome, my
Pleasure being
friend, to
here.
the HuntLeague podcast. I'm excited to be here. We are at the Mile High Fish and Game Expo in Aurora, Colorado. I want to say Denver, Colorado, but we're actually here
Just on the
just
outskirts.
outside,
Yeah.
right by the Denver airport. So tell me, we're here at the Skre booth. Skre to me represents the very essence of the Western hunter. Now you guys have a line that kind of you would say, hey, we're not just Western. We go to whitetail, we go East Coast, we go North, we go South. But tell me a little bit about Skre, what your role is at Skre, and we'll dive into this podcast.
So I started off with Skre about 3 years ago, doing customer service, and kind of evolved into the Western show guy that travels around and just sets up the booth and gets to talk to everybody and educate them about the performance of our wear and how it works in different environments.
So for people that don't know, when you're like the booth guy, how many of these expos, booth events are going on, and what time of year? I mean, here we are, this is the beginning of April, but you've been on the road now for how long?
So we start from January, and this will take us all the way to the beginning of August. So there are a few shows we do on the East Coast, some of our bigger ones, ATA, SCI.
Yeah.
We kind of team up to do those. And then I've been on the road for about 6 weeks now. So straight, starting with the Iowa Deer Classic, one in Nevada, one up in Montana, and one up in Washington. And now we're here in beautiful Colorado. So
Do you ever get confused at where you're at any given point with all the travel booth to booth?
no, they're pretty the signs, when you get there, it just says welcome to here. But I did get that confused back in driving from Baton Rouge to Iowa. I was like, okay, what state am I in now? And my number one question was, do they have alligators here? Because I want to get out anywhere, swampy and marshy area, and
Yeah.
take a break. So
As tough as Skre Gear is, I don't know that it's alligator proof.
no, I don't think so. I'm not willing to try it. So
Yeah, no, that's awesome. From when I got introduced to Skre till right now, the lineup that you guys have is exponentially more. I mean, I kind of started with some of the merino layers and the hard scrabble pants, hard scrabble jacket. That's kind of where I got my entry in. Kind of expanded from there, went to the ptarmigan down stuff. That's awesome. My brother-in-law still owes me a pair of the merino wool because last year when my son shot an elk, he had them both on, then we dragged it out, and then at the end he's like, I got one, and it's like, well, we're not going to go up and down this trail looking for it.
right.
But I mean, you guys really have a pretty extensive lineup. Give me a little bit of a run through of some of the things that Skre's got, and you guys have a new product that you just launched this spring.
Yeah, so we're getting into women's gear. We're expanding all our sizing from extra small to 4XL, so we can start outfitting some kids and women that don't necessarily want to wear the women's gear. All of our sizing is going to encompass a wide range of people.
Yeah.
We've also just released, within the last year, we released our pack system. So we have the 3 packs you see behind me.
You got everything from a day pack model to...
Yeah, we got a couple day pack models being the 30 and 40 liter, and then we have our monster, it's the 80 liter, kind of the do-it-all packs, carbon frame, meat shelf, the whole bit, the whole 9 on there. The thing that kind of makes us a little more unique is on our day pack system, we have a bino harness as well that you can actually hook into the...
Go ahead and grab that.
I mean, pack system itself.
I mean, not only, like, this is a small pack right here, but this is set up
to run a rifle or a bow. So you can actually put a bow, fit the cam in there, adjust it, and then run your top riser up through the quick release system.
Yeah, this is very much like ACAC is a pack that I've run that has a very similar system, and I love this system. Super quick to deploy.
Yeah, it was super easy because I know a lot of people will usually tie up their bows or have some sort of bow where you got to take off your pack to get to it. And that animal of a lifetime or the animal of the hunt comes by you and you're not prepared for it, it makes it a little easier to grab it out. And
so let's say you've got a rifle or bow hitch right here, and then you're just sitting here. Nothing's really strapped in. It's just resting.
It just rests in there and rests up against.
And now how do you release this?
And then you're just going to pull this tab, and it's going to just pop out, so you can just grab it with a single hand and pull it across. It's a really fabulous design, and the guys worked hard on it, and really durable. So I use, depending on when I'm traveling, I use them, mostly use the 40 liter for airports and stuff because it fits into everybody's little box that they have.
Yep.
It fits a wide range of all my electronics. I can fit a couple days worth of clothes in there if I have to fly somewhere, and I still have room to put.
So does the
extras in.
40 have, like, that does not have an internal external frame? Like, it's pretty, like, it's got foam and stuff, so it's got a little bit of support. But when you go to the 40, is it?
It's got a little more rigid. It does have a little bit of a frame in there.
Oh yeah.
To keep it stout, but it's not a true frame of what you call a frame pack. So, and then you have our 80 liter, which I don't know if everybody will be able to see this, but does have a carbon fiber frame on the back of it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and so it keeps it super lightweight. I think this one comes in at about 4.8 pounds dry, and then you can load it up from there. I hunted with this last year and just threw everything I could in it. Ran about 60 pounds, 55, 60 pounds in it. And the only time I could really feel like I had any weight on me was when I had to squat it and put it on my back, and after resting and stuff, and kind of kicked myself in the butt for that one. But
that's a beautiful system.
But again, a lot of room, a lot of storage. The other unique thing about our pack is instead of just most packs you have to stuff everything from the top and you get lost. You actually lay this one down and open it right in the front so you don't get lost in it. You can keep everything organized.
Got the nice horseshoe.
And then you also have more storage inside of there. And all of our packs actually come with their own rainfly too. So they're all built into the packs.
So you're not forgetting your rainfly.
No, you're not forgetting it. And it's not an add-on that you have to add to your purchase of buying the pack as well. It's all included. And then you also have a bladder.
Is this a waterproof lining too in here? Yeah.
Waterproof. You got your hanger here. And then you also have, on one of the sides, you have your exit for your straw.
Yeah. And I like that you've got some lashing points in here to kind of secure your load.
Yeah,
running a strap.
I have a first aid kit that uses that same strapping system that I run inside of there. A lot of my knives that I'll run, strap them up inside of there, so they're nice.
And then
but just a ton of room, a lot of storage, and pretty lightweight for what you need it for.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done quite a few pack reviews. I've reviewed everything from, I did a series a couple years ago where we did, Kafaru, Initial Sin, QU, Mystery Ranch, and you guys had not come out with these packs yet, but just doing a cursory overview without loading anything in, I'm like, okay, it has all the little features that I'm looking for. Just go like, I like the horseshoe thing. I don't love the straight zips. I like, the carbon fiber frame keeps everything nice and light. I like that. I felt like how much flex and tension and kind of stuff.
There's quite a bit. So the way they tested our pack is they actually took the zippers and they wanted robust zippers so they wouldn't get snagged on like trees and branches. So they actually took a substantial amount of weight and hung them off each zipper to make sure. And so the first one's kind of busted, so they went to the bigger, better ones.
Yeah.
Withstood that. And then from what I was told and how they tested the frame on it is they actually stuffed it full of rocks and just chucked it off a cliff several times. And so the points that would break on that carbon frame, they went back, they re-strengthened it, did it again, make sure it'd hold up under some serious abuse. So
I love it.
It's built with a purpose. It's not just something that they threw together. They actually went in, they tested everything about it, and to the extreme is far past what anybody else is going to push it to.
Yeah.
And it holds up. So
past the flying colors.
Yes.
You made sure. So I like that. The other thing that I kind of like, and I would say, like, if somebody's looking as an archery hunter for a really great pack, I can just tell right now, after handling, dozens of packs and trying them, testing them, I like when you have a little bit of like flexion going back and forth. Like if you're stepping over logs, you're side hilling, you're doing anything, the pack moves with you while still offering rigidity to like handle the load. And I can tell right now that's going to be a comfortable pack. Throw 60 pounds in there, take everything you need in, and you can still draw with that pack on your back.
With the waistband and everything like that, it really brings that load off your shoulders. It keeps you comfortable the whole time. And it really, I'm a big archery hunter, so I know we talked on the phone about this, but it's something I felt I can shoot my bow with or without being on and be just as comfortable and not feel like I had something loading on my back. So
absolutely. So Steve, where are you from? Where do you live?
I'm from Laverkin, Utah. So
okay, Utah. So you count as a Western hunter. You live in that landscape. You hunt in that landscape. If you could only hunt one species, what would it be?
Ooh, it would be elk for sure. It was like Yeah, you can't beat a good elk steak. So
It's hard to beat,
yeah,
isn't it?
it is. It is.
Do you have any favorite elk stories from your own
Um,
experiences?
it is. It's lengthy, but the gist of it was we got some tags, and I took a friend of mine out. It was her first time hunting, and we got these tags in a very tag-heavy unit, and everybody's like, the reason they
An
get
easy to draw unit?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the reason they do that is because there's nothing up there, and so we went on a 10-day hunt, and then day 7, I believe, she got her elk at 35 yards. So super proud of her, Tori.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Well done, Tori.
Yeah, and then 2 days later, I was able to shoot mine above a watering hole. So we were able to take 2 out in 3 days, but it took us 7 days to find them. But
Okay.
that's what hunting is about, right? It's not just about harvesting or making a quick hunt of it. It's the story of getting there and learning about the animal, about the terrain you're hunting, about that unit. And, so there are some secrets that I will not share with anybody. And I've gone up there a couple more times, and there are still plenty of elk.
And there's still
Yes.
elk in this
Yes.
unit that you can draw tags from.
Yes, and there's a couple big bulls in there. So,
Okay.
keeping that one close to the chest.
So you got to do a little work to get to them.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Thinking about now, you're in Utah, and so the Utah season, elk season, opens a little earlier than some of the other elk states. I think you guys open as early as August, right?
Yes. So for those tag draws, I believe it's August, September,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Because we got deer's July, August, so right in the August, September area. But we like to do the over-the-counter cow elk hunts and
Yeah.
stuff just to get some meat in the freezer. So
I like it.
nah,
All right, so one of the things that Skre came out with this year is really like a warm weather line, like something that you can wear in hot weather, because you guys in Utah know if you're hunting out in August, September,
October,
even July, like
Yes.
if some of those mule deer, because people are getting velvet mule deer,
Yep.
you're going to want to be out there in the heat, and it gets hot. I mean, you guys have very little clouds, very little rain, high sun. So what did Skre come out
to give
with?
everybody a little taste of what Southern Utah's like. It is, you take Las Vegas weather and minus 10 degrees, and that's currently what we're at. So it's very similar
So
to
it's
Vegas.
hell minus 10.
So it's
and
a
then
little more manageable, not by much, but a little more. But yeah, so the guys have been hard at work. They just released our Torrid series. So what it is a lightweight polyester top. It's super breathable in hot weather, made for 100-degree plus temperatures.
I mean, just putting it on your skin, like
Yeah.
it has a cool feeling to
Yeah.
it.
The thing that I really like about it is on this model, it's got a built-in face mask with a hood to keep you protected from the
nice.
sun, so it's SPF as well. But it also comes in 3 different models. So we have it in the full concealment with the hood, the face mask. We also have a long sleeve quarter zip, which I have in the camo pattern here.
Very nice.
And then we do offer it in a short sleeve too. But during those hot weathers, as miserable as it is, I like to cover up as much as possible just to keep that sun off of you. You don't go home and have sunburn and stuff like that. So
no, you talk about Utah heat, and I'm like, I dig this because you can cover the back of your neck, like if you're just getting hammered, or even if you're just like, man, I need my face covered. I'm getting a lot of reflection off rock, stuff like that. That's a great setup and design. Ultra lightweight too.
Yeah,
I mean the hanger's what you feel the weight of right now, not the garment itself.
Yeah, so super excited. And really good piece for archery and early season. Anything you'll be doing in hot weather. So
heck yeah.
We're really stoked. And we just launched this about 3 weeks ago. So, and they've been flying off the shelf. So we're super, super happy about it. And people have been giving really good feedback about it. And so it's definitely a piece that, everybody's been wanting. And
I know this year I'm hoping to draw an early season like archery, deer tag, mule deer tag for high country. And like right away, I'm like, that's the one. I want that camo pattern, which remind me, is that the Summit or what is this one?
That one is our Summit. It's the only camo pattern right now available in the Torrid series.
Okay.
I'm sure later we'll release the Solace as well. But still, both patterns work just the same. They're both there. They're both designed the same. They just have a little bit more different color in it for different terrains and places. So
you guys represent kind of the camo sponsor, if you will, the camo partner inside our Western Hunt League. We have a little bit of diversity because when we're talking about the Western Hunt League, it starts June 1st because we count all the scouting and stuff like that that goes into your summer months, goes all the way through your fall seasons, whether that's archery, whether that's rifle, or and it even carries into kind of some of your spring bear stuff. So that's why we kind of end it at the end of May, because you kind of have like April, May right now, you start getting some of those hunts in Oregon, Montana,
Yep.
Idaho, all those spring bear seasons. So that's the year, the calendar year of when we started. So here in a couple months, somebody's about to walk away with a pretty sweet like Skre setup, and we're going to kind of customize that around where that person lives, what style of hunt they're in.
Yeah, so they're going to be able to experience our customer service firsthand because they're going to be able to sit and talk to one of our customer service representatives and just kind of tell us about where you hunt. So that's kind of one of the things that separates us from other camo companies is we're just not there to support you as a hunt. Like if you guys want to talk and you're not really sure what product, like our phone lines are always open during business hours. Give us a call. We love to chat about hunting. We'll sit there and kind of walk you through all the products and you'll have somebody that's knowledgeable that not only knows the product but also uses the product and can make their personal recommendations of like, well, you know, I like that piece and that's what I started with, but I kind of developed or I went to this piece and this is why. You know, so to have those conversations so we can kind of try to get it right on the first time and you don't really have to bounce back and forth from like piece to piece and you just get a really solid set the first time because you know, we know everybody works hard for their money and you know, and they get a quality product. We try to make it as easy as possible for them.
And here's what I love about Skre. I feel like you guys offer clothing and gear that is as good as anything that's out there, but your price point is generally, you know, you're not Sitka pricing, you're not KU pricing. Like it's like, but it's not, I mean, it's not cheap, it's not inexpensive gear. Like you're still buying high quality gear, but you're also not paying the ultimate like premium price point.
Correct. So the whole mission statement of the company was high quality gear at a more reasonable price. And we're not going to strive from that. That's something that the company was built on. The customer service was another thing. And for many people, I don't know if they know this, but we do offer a lifetime warranty on our gear. So if anything ever happens to you guys, if you're out hunting and heaven forbid you guys should have an accident, slip and fall, tear a pair of pants on a rock or have a run with a barbed wire fence or something, you don't have to worry about it. You just file a warranty claim, send it in, and we send you new gear. So that's kind of one of the unique things that separates us from
ridiculous.
From the other guys, and we're really proud of it. And you know, we like to say like grab a pair of pants and then just try them. Like run them through things that you wouldn't run your other pants through because you're
covered.
Yeah, and you'll be covered either way. But most of the time, our pants, I'd say like 95 or 98% of the time, our pants hold up to some really extreme hunting, and people are generally shocked at the quality they get for the price that they're paying.
Exactly. That's kind of what stuck to me because I kind of like to strike that balance in our leagues and with our league partners of like, what is an accessible piece of gear as well as like high quality that's gear that's not going to let you down. Because if we're going to put you guys in a league, you have to represent the best of what that is. You know, it's like, you need to represent a place where it's like, it's the quality that we would say, no, we can put you there because we believe like you have quality gear that would truly represent the Western hunter, and it's accessible to people where it's not just like, we have some gear that's like, okay, it's a little bit top shelf, high end, which it's fun, you know, that makes some of those leagues fun, but we also want to make sure not everything is there because sometimes that stuff just feels unattainable.
Right.
But you guys really offer super versatile lineup from rain gear to outerwear to base layers, socks to
we got socks, belts, our pack system. We're coming out with boxers, so we're doing a merino wool boxer that's coming out in the fall.
So even
so I'll
cover
give you
specialties.
So give you a little sneak peek, but I think we're launching like 10 new products in the fall. So
wow,
I gave you a little sneak peek of one of the items. So we're really trying to build this, and we're really built on a true layering system. I know other companies like to say that they're a layering system, but for example, our ptarmigan jackets are made to be warm, packable, lightweight, but they also fit underneath your hard scrabble jacket. without having to oversize.
Yeah, it's not super bulky where it's pushing it out.
Right.
Now I got to double X up.
And what that does for you when you pair it with the hard scrabble jacket is not only are you getting that warmth in your core where it belongs, but you're also getting the durability of that hard scrabble jacket. So you're not having to be careful because you have that puffy jacket or that may not be as durable as that hard scrabble jacket on the outside, and you're still able to hunt the way you want to hunt. And so
Absolutely.
that's super advantageous for a hunter because now you're not worried. You don't have to deter your plan. You don't have to find a walk around, to get where you're going. So, like I said, the gear is really made to perform as hard as you want to perform.
Now, give me a little bit of history. How long has Skre been around?
Skre has been around for 10 years. We just had our 10-year anniversary.
Okay.
And like I said, the owners of the company just wanted a more reasonable price point on high quality gear. And so like all our merino layers, like the piece that's hanging up behind your head is our 300 hoodie.
Yeah.
That's a 95% merino wool top with a 5% spandex. And then our 150, which would be our early season lightweight merino wool's 87% with a 13% spandex, so no polyester.
That's the one that I wore when I took my son on a bear hunt a couple years ago. I think 2022, we did a bear hunt up in Oregon. Just used the short sleeve, and that thing was money. I think I shrunk it a little bit, may have put a little too much heat in it, because I was like, now it's more one that my kids wear than me, but
Right.
Or maybe that's because I'm growing. I don't know which one it is.
Maybe it's the gym. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tend to shirts fit a little tighter after gym day. So
There you go. There you go. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't anything else.
No.
Well, man, I'm gonna take a look around the booth and let's zoom in on a couple pieces.
This is our Guardian gear. This is a full 3K waterproofing layering system. This is made for extreme cold weather hunts. It's got about 14 ounces of duck down inside of it to be matched with the Guardian bibs, which is also a duck down full waterproof system to keep you warm in those extreme cold temperatures. Wouldn't recommend walking around in it too much. As it is a warm piece, but for those cold blind hunts and those cold tree stand hunts, is the ideal piece for you to go hunting in. And then we also have our hard scrabble bibs, which were new to last year. So it's a mid-weight bib, super lightweight, based off our hard scrabble pants. So they're micro fleece lined inside, and just a great piece I personally use them for fishing. So a really great piece to have around. So hard scrabble jacket, again, micro fleece lined, water resistant outer shell. And then right next to it on the right, we also have our Nebo rain gear, which is a full 20K waterproofing system. Personally, I was able to use it at an archery event I was at. We stayed in it for about 16 hours from the time we hopped out of the truck to the time when we got done shooting and hopped back into it, and never had an issue with it. So we were able to walk through the brush and stuff, never ripped and tore our pants, and kept us dry the whole day. So really remarkable piece. To show how the attachment system works. So all of our packs are equipped with the same clipping system. It's proprietary to our pack system. Just for example, this is our rangefinder holder. So you'll just have your rangefinder inside there, but you can clip it to the outside of your bino harness if you wanted to. If you didn't want that a part of your bino harness and you're running, like, say you're running our day pack and you're doing some glassing and stuff, you can also attach it right there on the side of the belt, so you don't actually need to wear it on and put extra weight on that bino harness. So that's a really cool feature. I know we have the rangefinder, we have an ammo case, we have our thermocell holder, we also have a rangefinder cell phone holder, and a bear spray holder as well that you can get, and more accessories to come later down the line as well. So this is our women's line. So right now we have our merino tops, bottoms, then our hard scrabble jacket and pants to start the women off, and then we will be getting into more of the more core pieces later this year and adding to that line as well.
If somebody's just like, man, just give me the most versatile that's going to cover me a little bit from, early season to late season, like obviously like you're having to strike a balance, and that's where layering comes in. But if you just had to say, what's the most versatile kind of lineup that you guys have that's probably going to just fit just about anybody, no matter what conditions you're in?
So we used to have our bundle system, but I still refer to it as our starter bundle. I don't think you can go wrong with a 150 merino
Yep.
quarter zip top, your hard scrabble jacket, and then your hard scrabble pants. I think that's gonna pretty well suit anybody that's hunting. So for those who don't know, all our pants come with side vents and front vents, so you can air them out. So even though the hard scrabble is probably not our lightest pant,
It's not the lightest pant,
but it's still
but it breathes.
versatile. If that's the thing that you want to get into and that's where your budget's at, that's going to be a really really great package, and it comes in right around about $400. So
yeah, and that's for everything. I mean, that's
yeah.
the jacket, that's the
jacket,
pants,
and that's the shirt. So yeah,
that gets you started. And that's honestly where I started with Skre. Like, and I, if I'm climbing a hill, I can dump heat.
Yep.
Like it's like, man, it's hot, it's sweaty, but you can dump heat right out those side vents. Sit down. The 150. Even if you sweat, it dries really quick,
Yep.
and it'll still maintain warmth.
Merino,
even while it's wet.
Merino wool is one of those weird things where if it's cold out, it keeps you warm. If it's hot out, it keeps you cold. And like I hunt in 100-degree plus weather down south, so that 150 is really key because I can wear it for 5-6 days and just air it out in between my hunts. And because the merino wool is antimicrobial and there's so much of it in there, that it has no smell to it and it dries out super quick. So it's ready to go for the evening.
Just throw it in the sun. The sun almost just cooks all the nasty out of it, and then you're ready to roll.
So they're really great pieces, and then that'll really start you with the core pieces of our line, and then you can kind of just build off of that and just add to it without having to like rebuy something for a specific purpose.
I love it. Well, Steve, thanks for jumping on the HuntLeague podcast. Thanks for giving us a little bit of an overview of what Skre's got going on. Super excited to have you guys in the Western Hunt League inside the HuntLeague app. We're getting ready to jump into our league finals here in just a few weeks. I mean, May is around the corner.
Yep.
We'll announce kind of our finalists in June. So we've got quite a few people that I'm excited to see, like, all right, who's going to come out on top with this league?
I'm excited to hear
good
the stories. So, I mean, the hunt stories are the best, right?
It is.
It's always good when you get with those guys or get with your friends and your hunting buddies and you exchange stories because, we're not always able to hunt together. So it's kind of epic and you're just like, oh man, I wish I was there. Like so much better than my hunt. So, so it's a good thing you guys are doing. We're proud to be a part of it.
One last thing, you got a couple more shows coming up. So if people want to happen to like, man, I just want to be able to touch, because you're not in, you're pretty much a direct-to-consumer brand.
So we are in about 30 stores across the U.S. right now.
Okay.
You can go to our website, skre.com. There is a store locator on there if you want to find something. We will be doing about seven TAC events this summer. So we'll be in Pennsylvania. There's 2 in Michigan, 1 in South Dakota, 1 in Montana. We'll be back here in Durango, Colorado.
Yep.
So in July, and then there's also 1 in Utah. So that'll be the homecoming, and that'll be the end of the tour.
You can end there.
So for this year, but I'm always excited to meet people. Everybody in the booth is excited to meet those people, and whether or not you come to check out our clothing or you guys just want to talk hunting, like we're always here, and it's something we're passionate about. And we love to hear the stories. So.
And do you have the events that you guys are going to be at listed on the website as well?
Not yet. I'm sure they're working on it and stuff. But if you go to the Total Archery Challenge website and follow it, I know they're doing 3. I think Texas, Oklahoma, and Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, are the first 3 that are Eastern.
I think they've already done the Oklahoma one.
So that's this weekend.
Okay.
So they're doing it this weekend. So they'll be there, and then we have those last 7 coming around. So if you guys are close, come check us out. Come say hi and let us get you in some gear.
Yeah, love it. Well, I'm excited to introduce you to some of our finalists this year. You'll be one of the judges. Most likely, we got to make sure schedules align, but most likely you'll be on there listening to some of the stories and helping us decide who the 2024 into 2025 Western elk. And just so people listening know this, this isn't just a Skre thing. Like, we've got Bergara rifles in there, we've got Vortex Optics in there, we've got a tripod company in there. We've got, I'm going to miss a bunch of people if I don't, so I'm just going to stop. But we've got, they're going to win a ridiculous prize package that really has you covered.
Oh yeah, it's
gonna be pretty
exciting.
epic.
It's exciting, and I'm excited for you guys and for all those participating. Good luck and congratulations.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well,
appreciate
good
it.
luck at the show.
Thank you.